Hi guys, welcome to Fierce and Pretty. Honey here. This is a short video of my mortar and pestle collection. So my collection started with this big chunky stone mortar. This was my first one, and this one I found on a flea market, on a second-hand shop, but it was really in a good shape and clean one, and it still is my favorite because it's big, it's sturdy, it's heavy, it's easy to grind, you know, hard stuff like orange peels, and it really can take the thrusting. And by the way, what I'm having here now is a sage bundle sent to me by the lovely Lennon Smith all the way from USA. So I have her sage bundle here because it's so dry, it's dropping some of the sage leaves. And I'm finding it beautiful that she grew these in her garden and made a sage bundle for me. So I'm using it on special occasions. But the thing is that when I started to work more on doing incense and working with different materials, you can't kind of grind edibles and then the stuff that you use like in an incense blend in the same mortar, because they will, for example, incense resin, they will leave residue there, and you don't want like chunky hard pieces of dragon blood or myrrh in your edible grind herbs. So that's why I thought it would be time to get another mortar. And this one here is my second one. It's made out of cast iron, so it's also really heavy, really sturdy, and the pestle has a nice round end, and it's also cast iron, so it's really good. And this one I dedicated to grinding other stuff that I wouldn't want to be eating, that needs still a hard mortar to be crushed. So it makes it easier not to mix things that you don't want in your mouth. And here's a cast iron nail that lives here in the meanwhile, which I use in carvings. Then my third mortar I found when I was in Sweden visiting my sister, and this was also from a flea market. It was really badly stained, really dark, covered with black mess. There's still some of the darkness left inside. But what I did with this one is that I cleansed it with ketchup, and it worked like a charm. It became beautifully clean. And I don't know what I'm gonna use this with yet, if I'm gonna use it to grind something, but I just thought that it was so cute that I just needed to have it. And here's the teeny tiny pestle, which was also really stained and dark, and this cost me 150 crowns, so which is like €1.50. Beautiful brass mortar, and I love it. It's so cute. Then my fourth mortar was this one. This one I found on a website that sells used stuff here in Finland. It's a beautiful, and this didn't need any cleaning. It clearly hasn't been used in, you know, cooking or anything. It's just been like a decorational. It's really clean inside, but the outer surface, so it's made out of brass, but it has this beautiful blue coating, which is just in a perfect shape. It feels cold and sturdy, even though it's not as heavy as my stone and cast iron ones. But the thing I love most about this mortar is that it's actually made in Finland. It has a mark there in the bottom, so it's made in Finland. And I don't know, this might be just decorational, let's see. It hasn't a dedicated use yet. Then the newest member of this collection is this weird mortar with two heads. They immediately, even though they don't have horns, they reminded me of Pan, and I thought that I had to get it, even though it was in really bad shape. I bought it used on a website you can see that it's technically ruined inside. And what I didn't see when I bought it, that it's made out of 2 halves. And I don't know the material. It looked like it would have been like bronze when I ordered it, but it actually might be tin. I think it might be tin. I've been trying to Google out if I could find one of these, but I haven't found an image anywhere online of the same type of mortar. And this one I tried to clean with so many things. I tried ketchup, I tried lemon with flowers and vinegar, but it just started to take off the kind of brass color coating on it, and it started to get more silvery looking. So then I decided it was time to stop. So I realized it wasn't bronze or brass. And even the pestle is like really kind of like it had some sort of a coating on it which has just run out. And because of, I don't know what the material is and the condition of this mortar, it's just gonna be a decorational item, like a little curio, a centerpiece in my collection, but I don't dare to use it. Well, at least in nothing that goes in my mouth. Maybe it's something with incense at some point. So this was my little collection of mortars and pestles, and which I believe that will grow because I think they're just so cute, like decorational items. And we do have a few of them also at my parents' place, which maybe one day will be in my collection. And by the way, this is Ulla. She's a skull that I don't know what animal this is. Maybe some sort of small deer or something. It's my daughter's skull that she got one of her friends who found it in the woods. It was just left there and my daughter cleaned her, but then she didn't have room for Ulla at her room, so now Ulla lives in my shelf. And I like her so much that I even created her an own hashtag in Instagram, hashtag Ulla the Skull. So whenever you see her, then you know it's Ulla. Until next time, bye guys!